It's time for GMA Life.
Ready, set, go. 26.2 miles, more than 50,000 runners. It's almost time for the TCS New York City Marathon.
How first-time runners are getting ready for the big day. Plus, what running shoes have the right stuff. And how can everyone train like a marathon runner?
Hello and welcome to GMA Life. I'm Ashin Singh.
And I'm Lori Bergamato. We're coming to you from the finish line of the TCS New York City Marathon as they make preparations for my favorite day in New York City and maybe anywhere, Ashin.
Seriously, it's a special day here in New York. And on Sunday, more than 50,000 runners will take to the streets running 26.2 miles from Staten Island through Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx before ending here in Manhattan's Central Park.
It is so special. I've done it 3 times. And it is absolutely incredible making your way through the 5 boroughs with the crowd cheering you on. Will Gans, our own Will Gans, is going to be running the marathon for his first time this year, and he is helping us kick off our coverage. Will?
I'll be honest, when I signed up for the New York City Marathon, it was simply for the attention. I had big plans to wear that medal and that little silver cape all the way into 2025, but what happened instead is that I've been introduced to some of the most inspiring people I've ever met in my life. 26.2 miles, more than 50,000 runners. All 5 New York City boroughs, 43,000 bagels and 70,000 gallons of water. And this year, a record 599 charities represented at the TCS New York City Marathon, raising millions.
I'm running the marathon this year in memory of my dad. We lost him to leukemia last year.
For each and every runner,
I am running the marathon for my brother. My brother has always been my biggest role model.
That journey to race day is personal.
I want to motivate my daughter, who is 8 years old, and show her that you can accomplish anything.
And in New Jersey, newlyweds Kevin Orcel and Jasmine Morel are gearing up for their first marathon as a couple.
We train together. We go through recovery process and all of that stuff together.
Running with the New York Roadrunners team Inspire, both overcoming obstacles posed by glaucoma to cross the finish line.
It'll progress over time to no vision at all. I'm very cued into what's going on around me.
For so many runners this weekend, the miracle is not that they cross the finish line.
I am a blind black kid born in Haiti, and here I am now. If I can do it from where I'm from, then anyone can do it too.
All right, you guys, it's crunch time. How are we feeling about Sunday?
I feel very exciting.
Yeah? How about you guys?
Here, very exciting and nervous. Depends on the day.
I'm feeling great. Can't wait to cross that finish line.
I'm with you guys. Well, thanks for being here. Michael, over to you.
All right, thank you so much for that, Will. And, you know, I'm here with Bex Gentry from Peloton. She's run 6... Now, Bex has run 16 marathons herself and was even the first non-elite female runner to finish the New York City Marathon in 2019. Well, we've got some other incredible marathoners here who are ready to hit the road. That's right. So, Bex, let's get started. I can only imagine when you're out there, there's so much excitement, so many nerves, but you have to breathe, right? So is there some breathing exercises you should do before you start the race?
Absolutely. I'm going to take these guys through it too, just in case it helps them on race day. So the best thing that I suggest you do is think about breathing out and in instead of up and down. So you want to be really expanding outwards, and you can put your hands actually on your rib cages here and feel how it goes out and in.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna feel it out. Yeah, right? We think it goes here, up and down, and then if you start doing that when you're running the up and down, you're gonna get all discombobulated. And relax yourself by doing that out and in. Now, don't put your hands on when you're running.
Yes. Run the whole marathon like that to breathe, okay.
That's a different thing.
All right, let's move to our second group,
Okay,
let's go over our second group of marathon runners. Well, this group here, they're representing the middle of the race, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure in the middle of the race, it's going to be tough physically and mentally. So how can they get through it?
Okay, so you can take it 2 ways. You've done half of it, and oh boy, I've got the other half to go. Or you can celebrate. I've done half, and I've got the rest of it to go. So think about the positive sides of it. Think about how much you've achieved already and enjoy that moment of halfway magic, because it's magic.
It's magic and you got it.
You got it.
You got it. All right, so let's move over Here, it's normal to hit a point where you feel like you may not be able to, like finish the race. But how can you tell if that's just nerves or if it's actual pain?
If it's actual pain, stop. Because you only have one body. This race has been around for many, many years and it's going to continue to be around. So you don't want to ruin your body in the moment with pain. If it is fatigue, if it is nerves about the finish, that's what the training was about. You get through it. Think back to those long runs. Think back to those hard workouts, and that you got through those. You can get through
it today. And you can get through this. I like that. A little positivity. Okay. This is the best part of the race to finish, okay? And we have 4 of our staffers here, who are actually going to run the race, the New York City Marathon. And then, congratulations, you 4.
Yeah.
I mean, really, really proud of you. You're doing something that I could never do. I'll be honest with you. But there's nothing like the joy you feel when you finish the race, which Will's already anticipating that. So how can you make that joy last when the race is over?
Wear your medal. Keep those medals around your neck. I will tell you, they feel heavy. You've just run 26.2. You're going to feel like you're walking like this for a minute. But wear it. Show it off with pride. Get out of the finish area. As beautiful as it is, it's chaotic. You need to get out, see your family, see your friends. And one tip for you. Once you have showered, whenever that is, no judgment, when you have showered, stretch then. Okay? You're warm, redo it then.
All right, shower and all that other good stuff. Now I got to throw it over to Ginger, who's got the weather. Go ahead and run through that. Go ahead, Ginger, it's all yours.
There are a bunch of marathon runners this year that are part of a nonprofit New York Roadrunners team for climate. And I am representing them. They're lacing up to bring attention to the sustainable advances that the marathon has made this year. The runners will take the most sustainable transportation, of course. And you see me there. I'm participating in our warm-up, a shakeout run called plogging. You run and you pick up trash. Like, can we see anything more me? And we're going to be doing that today to get ahead of everything. But of course, there's so many more things that the marathon's doing to be more sustainable. So you can go on my social and find some of that.
We'll have more on the NYC Marathon coming up.
But first, let's turn to Sam Champion.
Let's now talk about the millions in the U.S. with diabetes, many of whom are going undiagnosed, and that's why it's so important to raise awareness as we kick off this National Diabetes Month. Now, this segment is sponsored by Dexcom, the makers of a wearable system that could help diabetics of all ages and stages manage the disease, and that group includes NSYNC's Lance Bass. Lance Bass shot to superstardom in the late 90s as 1/5 of the best-selling boy band NSYNC. More recently, the Grammy-nominated singer, dancer, actor, and podcaster had also been charting a course as husband and father of 2. When he learned something life-changing about his health.
I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes a few years ago. My doctor was telling me I was pre-diabetic for a couple of years, and I got my blood work back and my A1C was 10. Which is really, really bad.
Bass discovering he was one of the estimated 136 million adults that are living with diabetes or pre-diabetes in the United States. But then he revealed in July on Instagram that he had been misdiagnosed and was actually living with type 1.5 diabetes, also called latent autoimmune diabetes, which accounts for 3 to 11% of adult onset cases.
Being a diabetic, it's a full-time job. You're constantly thinking about all the little things you have to do throughout the day that nobody really realizes. I grew up in Mississippi. You know, we love fried food. We love everything sugary. It does change your life in the way that you do eat.
And now, Bass is a spokesperson for our sponsor, Dexcom, to bring awareness to the chronic disease.
Dexcom, to me, has been the leaders. They're there for everyone, no matter what stage diabetic you are. I just wanted to bring their message to life and encourage people to check out their glucose. Just go into the Dexcom website. Will help start your journey.
Lance also sharing how he uses the Dexcom G7, a more advanced wearable biosensor for those who are on insulin.
With the G7, it's so simple. You put it against your skin right there, press down, and boom. Didn't feel a thing. I download my G7 app, and then it'll start just continuously monitoring your glucose, and you know exactly how much insulin you might need.
Dexcom also offering Stelo, the first glucose biosensor available without a prescription, designed for those living with type 2 diabetes and not on insulin, or pre-diabetic. or just looking to track your glucose for health, actress Retta has type 2 diabetes.
I'm partnering with Stello to learn more about my glucose. Uncontrolled diabetes can lead to serious health issues.
Meanwhile, Bass says at age 45, he's finally in sync with his body and looking forward to brighter days ahead with his family.
I had kids at a later age, so I want to be there as long as I can. I love being able to cook with them and show them like the healthier alternatives. Because of this diagnosis, I feel better, I'm happier. It's a beautiful thing to have that peace of mind.
I learned a couple of things with Lance sharing his story. Now, one of the reasons he wanted to share that story is to empower people with the information they need to live well with diabetes, to show how diet, activity, and even sleep can impact your overall health. You can learn more if this story resonated with you by going to GMA's social channels.
When GMA Life returns, we're helping everyone get marathon ready with tips from trainers.
And I'm telling you which sneakers have the right stuff.
Quick hint, it's this one.
Welcome back to GMA Life. Time now for a very special edition of The Right Stuff. Whether you're running a marathon or running around the block, we've got the sneakers you'll need. Go right to these products by scanning the QR code on your screen. First up, we've got the New Balance Thermacells. This is version 3. Come on in, Caroline. These are on my producer, Caroline. She produces The Right Stuff with us every week, and she is running in the New York City Marathon. Yay, good luck. So what we love about these shoes is they are known for their durability and also for their comfort. They're gonna help propel you forward with each step. You can get them at Zappos. They're under $200 and they're super comfy, right? Very comfy. Well, good luck this weekend. We'll be cheering you on. Okay, and next, another marathon runner this weekend. We have Katie. Come on in, Katie. So this is Katie's first marathon. Congratulations and good luck. You're welcome. And she is wearing the Hoka Clifton 9s. The Hoka Clifton 9s are an award-winning shoe. This is, as the name suggests, their 9th version. So they've made a lot of updates and a lot of adjustments, making them their most advanced Clifton ever. They're really lightweight, really bouncy, right? So they're gonna help Katie get amazing time, known for speed, and you can find those at Hoka. Thank you so much and good luck this weekend. We'll be cheering for you, Katie. And finally, here's someone who you might recognize. Come on in, Ashin. So Ashin will be cheering on Katie this weekend, as I will be as well, but he will be in these. These are the Nike Airfly 3s. So you can see how bouncy they are. They have a full-length carbon plate in there and also a double dose of air zoom. So what does that do? It's going to just keep propelling you forward, really springy, giving you, like, making all those cuts on your time, so that speed, agility, Ashin.
I feel it. I feel it.
Is this going to get you to run a marathon
I'm going to be like
with
the
Katie?
world's fastest spectator this weekend. I feel like I'm ready to run the race.
I feel like Caroline and Katie are going to inspire you. I feel like my marathon days are done. I've already done it. But maybe this is in your future with these shoes.
I think these shoes have given me enough spring that I don't know, I might be a runner now.
Well, if they're good enough for elite runners, they're definitely good enough for you, Ashin. So good luck this weekend to Caroline, Katie, and all the runners. Remember to shop these deals. Just scan the QR code or go to goodmorningamerica.com.
And thank you, Lori, for that. And now that we're fitted, we've got the sneakers covered, time to get some training tips. Let's head over to Gio Benitez.
It is marathon season, and no matter what level of fitness you're at right now, we have tips to improve your performance and help prevent injuries. James McMillian is here, JoJo Kelly also here from the athletic training facility, Tone House. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start off because JoJo is going to show us first how to warm up. So James, what's so crucial about this?
So it's crucial to warm up. You want to start how you want to finish, and that's injury-free. All right. So in your warm up, it gets you your blood flowing and gets you prepared to stay loose. So the first movement we're going to do is a hip opener. Okay. So you're going to drive your knees to your chest, opening up those hips as if you're stepping over a hurdle, and then repeat that motion coming back. It's going to loosen up those abductors. That's the outside of your thigh, as well as your adductors. That's the inside. So your gluteus medius minimus, and then your adductor longus.
Right.
So
we get an anatomy lesson here too.
Next up, we're going into some ankle rolls. So this is going to take a little bit of balance. Yes, you're going to roll to the right for 15 seconds, roll to the left for 15 seconds. This is going to help with the shock absorbing when you're impacting the floor on your run. So that is crucial so you avoid injuries on your shins, your hips, all the above, all right? So now the last thing is going to be the hip swings, okay? So now you may need a little bit of balance with this, so you can grab a wall. You're just going to swing across the body just like this, opening up.
It feels good though, you feel that.
Yes, and this also loosens up the abductors and adductors as well.
Okay, and so Jojo, what about for strength training? What's good about that?
Perfect. So for running, you want to have the strong muscles that support running. So your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads. Running is a lot of impact, and so you want to make sure that your quads are nice and strong to absorb all that impact. So a few exercises that you can do. We have a body weight squat. So you can just clasp your hands together.
And people really underestimate this. A body weight squat is really good.
Absolutely, and it will get your quads burning. So you're just gonna sit down like you're sitting on a chair and then stand right back up and squeeze your glutes at the top. That's number one. You can do as many as you want of those. Then number two, we have a forward lunge. This is really good for absorbing impact in your quads. You can just switch off from side to side here. Yeah, perfect, just like that. And the last one that you can do is a plank. So a forearm plank. Coach James will give us a little look there. There we go. So it's really important to have a strong core in running for injury prevention, but also for performance. The stronger and tighter your core is, the more you'll be able to power through your legs and create a lot of force through your legs.
And again, these don't even require weights, but they're so important. Okay, what about cooling down?
So cool down is important. You gotta lower that heart rate, all right? You were moving a lot, you gotta get right back to center and back to your base. So I would say we keep it simple. We have the bend over, all right? So you're going to fold, coming to your in range of motion, shooting your glutes back. This is gonna loosen up those hamstrings a little bit, and then rise right back up. Repeat that motion. I will say tap 3 times to the right, tap 3 times to the left, loosen up. So now, we're just gonna open up our chest a little bit, get our air flowing. So we're going to do side bend, loosen up. Yes, you've been running for a long period of time. You just want to loosen up those hips, loosen up your
Fantastic.
Glutes. Yes.
James, thank you so much. Jojo, really appreciate you guys. As always, check them out at Tone House if you're here in New York City.
Thanks, Gio. When GMA Life returns, we'll introduce you to one of the runners getting ready for Sunday's race. Welcome back to GMA Life. We're here at the finish line of the TCS New York City Marathon, where this weekend more than 50,000 runners will take over the 5 boroughs. Laura, you've done it before.
I have, and I'm so excited. Will Gans had a chance to talk to one of the runners about how she is beating the odds and taking on the New York City Marathon.
LaDawn Jefferson lives up to her name, bringing light wherever she goes.
While I'm alive, I'm going to continue and do what others say to me that I can't. I'm going to prove them wrong and improve my little doubts that I have in my head too wrong.
But 2 years ago, LaDawn faced a nearly impossible battle. Her stage 4 breast cancer beginning to spread.
I had to get radiation as well on my spine. And so it was kind of difficult because I had neuropathy. And so I had trouble, just a little bit of trouble with walking. I had a lot of back pain.
LaDawn didn't think she'd make it to her next birthday.
I just thought I was getting ready to die. I found myself in my closet packing up my clothes because I thought this was it. I thought everything was over.
Let alone make it to the TCS New York City Marathon. And yet,
even though I was sick, but I was like, no, I need to do something. So I went back outside in the street. I didn't run. I was walking. So I would walk, and I was determined.
The mother and grandmother from Brooklyn continuing treatment and continuing to run. But don't call her a runner.
I hope you won't get mad at me. I don't love running. It's a struggle. But I like the competition that I have with myself when I get out there to do everything.
I love that you said you don't love running. That is hilarious to me. Here you are getting ready to do a marathon again. So what if you don't love running, why do you continue to do it?
I'm like basically proving to myself I could. In spite of whatever's in front of me, I could. I could run 3 miles. Okay. Another month go by, no, I could run 6 miles and I do it. No. Okay, you could do better than that, girl. You could run a half marathon. Yes, I'm gonna complete a half marathon. And now I'm gonna do a marathon.
Today, LaDawn's doctors tell her there's no evidence of disease. She's in remission. She's still dealing with the neuropathy in her fingers and toes, but LaDawn isn't the type to let anything sideline her.
I'm able to wake up and open up my eyes and, continue to go about to do what I used to do before I got sick. So I'm just still trying to live. That's all I'm just trying to do.
What do you want other folks to know when they see you cross the finish line at the New York City Marathon?
Don't ever give up. But nobody else will believe in you, but you have to believe in you and not to ever give up. You may not be able to complete 26 miles, but if there's something in your life that you're going to accomplish, no matter how small it is, get out there and do it.
Thrilled to report that as of this morning, LaDawn is NED. That's what doctors say, for no evidence of disease. She's ready for Sunday, and I think I am too. Guys?
Thank you so much, Will. We will be cheering you on, LaDawn, and all of the other runners this weekend.
That's all for GMA Life. And up next, all the top stories and latest news right here on ABC News Live, where the news never stops.
And good luck, runners. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and we will see you next week.